Hi and welcome. I'm going to be working on a fun challenge today and I hope you'll join me too. I wanted to switch things up a bit, and since I'm a big fan of Dawn the Minimal Mom, she came out with a list of 22 things to declutter in 2022, so I thought that would be a fun way to go through and get some more stuff out of the house. It's a good list of things that you don't normally think of, just extra stuff that's taking up space physically and mentally. So I'm going to work through the list and you can follow along with me, and I'm going to throw in some extra bonus ones at the end too. Join me as I go through the list today and see how I do. Okay, let's begin. The first thing on her list is actually a tip, which is to turn all your hangers around backwards at the beginning of the year, which I did do this in my first closet declutter video. I turned all my hangers around backwards already, so that is all set. So her first thing to declutter is unused hangers. Now, I think we win the prize for having the most hangers. Tell me if you have any more, but when we moved into this house, the previous owners left a bunch of hangers in the attic. And we've never used these. They've been sitting there collecting dust. So I posted on Facebook and I asked my friends if anybody wanted hangers, and I got a bunch of takers. So I'm gonna bag up the hangers and I can give them to people that can use them and that need them. We don't really have any extra hangers in our closet. I make sure that there aren't any in there, but I do have a bunch of extra ones in our laundry room that I'm not using either. Number 2 on the list is any clothes that still have tags on them. So I was not able to find any clothes in our closets that still had tags on them. The only thing that I could find that still had tags was a couple leotards that I had gotten for my daughter that didn't quite fit. So those leotards I can pass on to another dancer so that she can use them instead. Number 3 on the list is clothing that has not been worn in multiple years. Now I recently went through all my clothes, so I was able to get rid of a lot of those items. So that one I can check off the list. Number 4 is stuff with holes. Now this one I was not able to find anything. I looked, I checked socks, I checked pants. I couldn't find anything with holes in it, but I did find some pretty stained up clothes, so I did toss those out. Okay, number 5 is worn out pajamas or lounge clothes. Like I said, I did recently go through my clothes, so I did get rid of a bunch of those. I am going to check my kids' pajamas because they have hand-me-down pajamas, so they do tend to get pretty worn out over the years. So I'm going to check those and then toss those out. Those are all too small. These are fine. Okay, number 6 is toys that are either broken or missing parts or they have outgrown. What we have done in the past is any toys that they haven't played with in a long time, I take them and I put them into a bucket in the attic. So if they decide that they do want it back out after a while, then I can bring it back down for them. But if they haven't asked for that item in several months, then it's time that it can be donated. They've forgotten about it or they're too old to play with it. It's kind of where our toys go to die, is in the attic. It's only very rarely that they will ask for something to be taken back out and they'll be like, hey, where is that thing that I used to have? And like, oh, I have that. I'll go get it for you if you want to play with it. But they're getting to that age where they're playing with toys less and less. So they have outgrown a lot of them. So I'm going to go through this bucket, and a lot of this can either be tossed or will be donated. Number 7 is going through kids' rooms and looking for trash. I'm going to go through, see what I can find. I'm sure there's probably wrappers or something, and I will also empty out their garbage cans while I'm in there. Number 8 is old magazines and catalogs and newspapers. I don't get any catalogs or magazines anymore. If I do happen to get one in the mail, I immediately just put it into the recyclables. We don't hang on to that stuff anymore. And then newspapers, I do keep them now. We get free newspapers. We get a free penny saver on our front porch every Sunday. And I've been keeping those because my daughter has a bird. So we're using the newspapers to line the bottom of the bird's cage. But other than that, we don't have any extras lying around. All right, number 9 is old pet toys and supplies. We do have a little basket that has our cat toys in it. So I'm going to go through that and get rid of the toys that the cats don't really play with. They're not their favorites. So those can go. Our dog recently passed away, so I have some of his old items that I also will go through and see what I can donate as well. Number 10 is unused books. If you saw, I have another video that I recently decluttered. I KonMari'd all of our books. It was a big project. So I definitely got rid of a lot of books that day. Number 11 is self-care items. This one is going to be a little bit trickier. It includes things that cost a little bit more, so it's a little bit harder to get rid of. But this can be like essential oils that you don't really like, candles that don't really smell that great that you're not a fan of, perfumes, body sprays. For a while we were diffusing oils to try to help my daughter sleep better at night because she was waking up, so we were using a variety of oils in her diffuser, but now she has a bird in her room because it has to stay in her room because we have cats too. We can't use the diffuser near the bird, and there's a lot of oils that we also can't use near the cats too, so I'm thinking I can probably give these to somebody else to use. I am going to keep the lavender and maybe the chamomile, because the one thing that I do like to do, which is okay, is I'll put a few drops on our dryer balls so it gives our towels or our clothes a nice relaxing scent. So I think I'm going to put these in with the laundry stuff, but these other ones, I'm going to see if anybody else can use them. Under self-care, she also mentions candles, so I'm going to check these. Now, see, I like how it smells, but I don't like that it's orange. That's part of the problem, is that orange doesn't go with any of my decor. I don't really want orange, big orange things sitting out either. This one is pretty used up. It's pretty much at the bottom. I'll probably get rid of that one. This one, I don't, my husband just got this one for me, I think, last fall, but it smells like vanilla, coconut, and toffee. Those are 3 things that I don't like. I just don't like it. This one is a Christmas scent. I like the natural wood top and the green, so these are room sprays that I've had for probably at least 8 years. I forgot that I even had them. I'm probably going to toss them out. All right, so I'm going to get rid of these, and I'm going to keep these too. Number 12 is unworn jewelry. Jewelry that you haven't worn in multiple years. And I definitely don't wear jewelry like I used to. I pretty much only wear the same 3 necklaces. I kind of rotate, and then the same couple pairs of earrings. I like to have options though, although I don't typically wear them, but I do like to have a few dressier ones in case I have an event to go to. But there's a lot of these that I have not worn in forever. And I have a pair of earrings that I got in Italy, so I don't think I've worn them since then. They're a little flashy for me now that I'm getting older. They can probably go. I highly doubt I'm going to wear them anytime soon. I have all these bracelets that I love that my husband got for me, but I really don't wear them because I'm always at home and I'm working on the computer. So when I'm typing, bracelets get in the way. So I never wear them unless I'm going out somewhere, which honestly rarely ever happens. I barely ever leave the house. Number 13 is old eyeglasses. My husband does have a few extra pairs because he does like to hang on to them in case his current ones get scratched or broken, which has happened in the past, and he's had to use an old pair until he could get a new pair, a replacement pair. So I will double check with him, but we can probably just keep one extra pair just in case. Number 14 is extra plastic bags and like reusable paper bags. I don't really have any plastic bags laying around. I do have some extra paper bags though. I like to keep a few of these in different sizes on hand. So if I'm giving something to somebody, leftovers or extra clothes or something, I can easily put it in a paper bag and I don't have to worry about anything getting returned to me. So I do like to keep a few extras of those on hand. I'm just gonna make sure that I don't have way too many. Number 15 is plastic cups, water bottles, and mugs. Water bottles I definitely need to go through. The kids tend to collect them. Somehow they keep showing up. I'm gonna go through these and see if there's any other ones I can possibly get rid of. I did recycle one a few days ago because it had a crack in it. So I did toss that one. And mugs, I like to make sure that we only have enough mugs that fit on the shelf, which is 6 at a time. The front of the fridge. I do like the front of the fridge to be cleared off, but the kids have this magnetic dress-up doll thing on there, and it's been on there for several months, and they're kind of over it too. I think it's time that it can go. Number 17 is extra cords that you have laying around. There's 3 universal different cords that work for everything, so I'm just gonna make sure that I don't have multiples of each. As long as I have like 2 of each kind, that should be plenty, or enough for each device. Number 18 is old freezer food. This freezer is a mess. It desperately needs some organization. So I'll start at the top. These cranberries are from Christmas time. So there's one thing that can go. These are things that we had gotten from the school, and we were going to, oh, these are expired. We were going to use them when we made smoothies, but clearly we never did, and they expired in October, so. Some old popsicles. I bought this for my daughter because she likes mint chocolate chip. It says it's still good. It's really freezer burn though. She barely ate any of it. It's been in there for so long. There's 2 more hash browns in there. They actually aren't that bad. They aren't freezer burned. It's just there's a lot of ice around them, but I'll cook these up tomorrow for breakfast and then we'll use them up. Oh no, this is chicken from last May from a fire department barbecue that we love, so we got extra. So this is all the old freezer food that I'm going to be tossing out. Number 19 is past due returns. Now I don't have any of these. If I have returns, I get them right back like the very next day because I want my money back. Be sure to go through and see if you have any returns laying around that you can take care of. Number 20 is any Christmas gifts you got this past year that you're not going to use. Can you return them for store credit possibly? Can you regift them? If not, can you just donate it and get it out of your life? I don't have any of these. I was trying to think of Christmas stuff, but my family did a pretty good job of getting me things that I really liked this year. They kept it pretty minimal. Number 20 is furniture that you have in storage. Now, I do have a few things that I have gotten after my grandmother passed away that I do want to keep. I have to figure out a plan for them because they're irreplaceable. In the past, we have had extra bookcases after we got rid of a lot of books and games. Actually just took bookcases out to the side of the road, and other people came along and picked them up. I did have somebody take a bookcase, an old bookcase, and they put it out in their garage to store paint cans on. So you can also repurpose it as an extra utility shelf too, either in the garage or the basement. If the furniture's been in storage for a long time, how long are you going to hang on to it until it has a home? Is it going to have a home? Is it going to have a special place in your main living area? Or is it just going to sit in storage and possibly get moldy or damaged from dampness over time? Number 22, unused games and puzzles. We do love to have a family game night. We're in a busy time of year right now with dance season going on. So it's been a lot harder to have a family game night. There's a lot of puzzles that we have too that are meant for younger kids, but sometimes my kids still like to do some of the easy ones. They have like really big 1,000-piece puzzles and they get frustrated with them. This is our game shelf. Bookshelf actually. We kind of have a lot of games, but we like to do family game nights. But some of these are definitely too young for the kids now. Like these two here are kind of too young for them. Those were good when they were younger. I tried to get rid of Pop the Pig, and my daughter had a fit. This Go Fish one can probably go though. They don't really play it, and when they do, they just get really frustrated with it. We like this one. This is a nice easy one. This one's good. This one's good. We are big fans of My Little Pony. Even as they get older, they still love it. This one, I've honestly never played it. I think they got it as a birthday present. That one can probably go. This one is a math game, which is good. She gets kind of bored of it. I think they're probably at a good age. I think we got this when they were too little and it was a little bit too hard to count. We should probably give this one another shot. They could probably do it now. This one, they do not like this one. They just were bored of it. Oh, way up on the top, we have Monopoly Animal Crossing and Cat-opoly. Those are new ones from this past Christmas that we haven't actually played yet. We've been really busy. This puzzle is one that my daughter got. She was all excited to do it, and we tried, and it sat on the table for months. It was really hard, and we never finished it. Kind of like this one is looking. This is one that they got for Christmas, and it's covered in glitter. Thanks, Grandma. This one is the same kind of idea. It's one of those cooperative games where you work together. My daughter really loves dinosaurs though. This one is played more often than the other ones. I'll have to check with her first because she might want to keep the dinosaur one. We've played this one a few times. It just takes like hours. I love this game. If you don't have this, I highly recommend getting this. It's like Tetris. This is one of my favorites. Hungry Hippos. This is definitely too young. And it takes up a lot of space. We have our regular Guess Who. Gravity Maze. This is my oldest daughter's. She's 10. This is another one of their favorites. And then we've had other kids come over and play this game. And then whenever they come back, they ask to play this. It's an easy one. Quick. Doesn't take too long to play. And they really like this one too. I'm going to link these down below for you guys to check these out. We like games by this company, so we thought this one would be fun to try, but we really didn't like this one as much as the others. It's kind of disappointing. Oh, this one is really fun. We played this one on New Year's Eve. That was super funny. That was fun. This one is good too. My kids love animals. This one is another Christmas present. They work together to solve like the mysteries, the crimes. They like that one. This one I really recommend too. This one is fun. Always a good one that we go back to. And it's small that we can travel with it. My oldest daughter likes this. Bananagrams. And then this one is a new favorite. Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. I'll link those below. I like these. They're small. They don't take up a lot of space too. Let me know below what some of your favorites are. If there's any other ones that I should try. My youngest is almost 8. We have had these little dress-up dolls since she was 2. She loves them. She doesn't want to let them go, really. She doesn't really play with them anymore. Okay, so there's actually more than 22 because I think maybe her numbers got a little messed up. But the next one on the list was extra boxes and packaging material. And this one, I do have extra boxes for sure. I try to save Amazon boxes so that I can use them for donations, but I have a lot of them that are just too small to really fit anything in. I do have packaging materials for my business. I have an Etsy shop, so I do have to keep some packaging and mailing supplies for my business. And the last one on Dawn's list is extra organizing containers. Now, it is good to hang on to some of these though, because as you're decluttering and organizing your home, it is nice to reuse what you already have so you don't need to go out and buy new containers. Repurpose and reuse what you have. If you have a lot of extra big bins that you've cleared out, those can be donated or pass on to somebody else that could possibly use them. Those big ones, the really big ones, can go because you don't want them to fill back up again. Bonus item number 1 is fantasy makeup. I'm not big on spending a lot of money on makeup, but I definitely do have makeup that there's no way I'm gonna wear it. It's too flashy, lashes are too big, colors are too bright. I'm not young, I'm not in my 20s anymore. Who am I kidding? Why do I have this stuff? I'm gonna go through this makeup here and be honest with myself and let some of it go. Bonus number 2 is kids' activity books and coloring books that are all used up. We have a container that's full of coloring books, but once you actually go through them and look at them, a lot of them are already used up. The pages are colored or scribbled on. They're just taking up space. So I'll go through those and then toss those in the recyclables too. And lastly, bonus item number 3 is craft items. Craft stuff that you picked up on sale and you're like, oh, maybe I can use it for something. No, you're not gonna use it for something. It's been sitting in the drawer forever. Put it in the donate box. It's time to move on. Or there's craft stuff that your kids have that make a terrible mess, like glitter and sequins and non-washable markers. I'm gonna go through our craft drawer and only keep the things that they really use, and I'm gonna get rid of the rest of this stuff because it just gets into a jumbled mess. And this is all the stuff that I'm getting rid of that's been in the craft drawer taking up space, that's either dried up. Excuse me, Phoenix. This is all the stuff that's gonna go. So I hope you enjoyed going through this fun little list with me today. If you liked today's video, please be sure to subscribe so that we can spend more time together. Take care and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Be sure to like and... Priscilla! Now Priscilla's trying to knock over my camera.